this is going to be another what do you need to know reading. So, I mean, I guess it's similar to my last reading. Um, but yeah, it's currently May 2026. So we're kind of like, I think Beltane just passed. Or like the spring, it might be switching over to summer soon. I don't know what's going on with the stars, but so yeah, I want to ask, what do we need to know as a collective? um, okay, the King of Wands. Ooh, King of Wands. Okay, what do we need to know? What does the collective need to know right now? And fall onto the bed, please. This what 5, 6, 7. The 7 of Wands. Sorry, I'm stupid. um. Okay, the 7 of Wands. Wand energy. Oh, okay, wait. Too many. I just need one more to fall down before I start. Oh, and the Empress. Oh my god. Wait, that just made me so excited. Okay, there's a lot of like Martian energy going on right now in this reading, which I love. I love that. Mars is one of my favorite gods, especially with this King of Wands. Like, this is very, well, we also have the Empress, which is the female counterpart of the Emperor, and King of Wands always makes me think of the Emperor, because it is fiery, dominant, passionate energy. He is the most like the Emperor, in my opinion, of all the kings. So we have the King of Wands and the Empress. Interesting. Okay. And then the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands to me is about, I mean, the first thing that comes to my mind with this card is defensiveness and yeah, being on the defense, feeling like you are fighting for something in your life right now. This is like feeling like there's some kind of fight that you are like it might even feel like you're struggling with something right now, whether that is like your work or possibly like your identity. I don't know why I'm getting that message. That's kind of weird. But like figuring out who your identity is, figuring out who you are might feel like a fight for you at this moment. Like maybe you've lost a sense of identity in some way. Wow, this is really okay. Because I say that because the 7 of Wands is, like I said, kind of a defensive, kind of like a battle like energy. I mean, look, he's like fighting some sticks off. Like, looks like he's defending his land or something. So, but this feels kind of superficial. So, I don't think that this battle that you're fighting right now, I don't think it's really, I don't think it's as deep as you think it is, which is kind of funny. Sorry, but, like, that I think that this is actually much more superficial than you think it is. So there might be just some kind of like obstacles that you're running into, or like you may feel like things aren't going your way in your career, or maybe all the connections you make just don't end up going the way that you want them to go or the way you expect them to go, and you're feeling kind of like tired, I think. But I'm telling you, like, this is superficial. This is not like a serious problem in your life. This is more so like a distraction, because with the King of Wands, this is somebody, like I said, it gives me Emperor energy. This is somebody which is, I'm going to assume, is the viewer, because it was the first card to come out. I think this is representing like the collective. But this is very dominant, self assured energy. So it's kind of contrasting this, right? Because I was saying this is kind of giving me like lacking a sense of identity, or like feeling like you're losing your identity, or like you have to fight to define your identity, something like that. But deep down, you are this King of Wands. Like, that is actually who you are. Like, you're being represented by the King of Wands. So I think you have, like, maybe subconsciously, like, it's almost like you don't trust yourself to act in the ways that you need to. It's almost like you're getting confused by, like, superficial problems in your life, and forgetting that you are capable of making the decisions that you need to make. And like, when the time comes, when the time comes, and when the moment, like when you're in that moment of like needing to make a decision, or like when it comes down to it, you are always capable of making the right decision for yourself. I think you also act very instinctively, and maybe you need to start trusting that more. I think that's maybe this message that I'm getting. That's the message that I'm getting, is that you need to trust your instincts more, for sure. Because the King of Wands is somebody who, I don't think the King of Wands thinks twice about his decisions. He doesn't sit there and ruminate and like think, oh my God, well, if I do this, well, you know, bro, the King of Wands knows exactly what he needs to do in the moment. Like, so yeah, this is about trusting your instincts, and remembering who you are. Because maybe if you are going through some kind of identity crisis, like if you are going through some kind of a crisis like that, whether it's an identity crisis or like, midlife crisis, whatever the fuck, that kind of thing. Even if you are going through some kind of crisis like that, like at the end of the day, you are still gonna make the right decision for you. And your instincts are not going to lead you astray. Because I think your instincts are often tied to your intuition. Like, it's like your gut instinct. And your gut, I mean, I feel like it might be common knowledge that your gut and your intuition are very connected. Like, that's what that is. Your gut instinct is your intuition. So, yeah, listen to your gut. Um, okay, what else? What else? That's the main thing. At least with these cards, because that I think that whatever obstacles you're running into are temporary, and I think they're almost like some way for you to feel like you're in control. But in reality, like, you need to be able to witness your issues as something. You need to be able to witness everything as temporal. Like, I guess being present through your problems, and realizing that you can trust yourself, and you can trust your instincts, and you can trust that you're going to make the right decisions when you need to. This also reminds me of a reel that I saw today of some guy talking about, okay, look, I don't really know much about this, but he called it the law of correspondence. I don't know shit about the law of correspondence or the law of attraction. I don't really know, like, I'm not into all that. I'm interested, like, I'm into like manifesting and stuff like that, but I don't like study it, okay? I don't know the words and all that. But he was saying that the law of correspondence is about every decision that you make, even if it feels like you're making a mistake or you made a mistake, in reality, it is all towards your higher good, and it is all towards what you actually desire. So, like, there's no way you can possibly mess up. There is no possible way you can mess up, because you are, like, constantly on the right path. You are just on the right path at all times. So I guess this kind of makes me think about, like the free will and fate kind of debate. I personally believe in both, which I know is kind of contradictory, but I do. I believe that we all have the free will to decide and do what we want. Um, I can get up tomorrow and decide I want to move to France if I want to. And who knows? Who knows? Maybe I will. You can wake up tomorrow and decide I want to make a change in my life. I want to start eating healthier, or you have the free will to decide what you want to do. But scientifically speaking, everything is a cause and effect, okay? So the decisions that you made yesterday also cause the mindset and the thoughts and the then actions that you will take the next day, right? Do you see what I'm trying to get at? Like, fate also does exist in, I think that fate exists in the sense that there is one path that you're on right now. And there is no possible way that you deciding to, eat a pink donut instead of a blue donut will change that. You know what I mean? And the things that are meant to happen are going to happen. So there's no possible way you can fuck shit up in your, let's say in your career. You made a mistake and got fired. Well, guess what? You getting fired was actually like an opening to another job that you actually are much happier in, or you know what I mean? So, or maybe like things that feel like mistakes, or things that feel like obstacles are actually putting you on the right path. You know what I mean? Like they're actually bringing you to the right places. Okay. So, yes, that was a confusing message. I kind of already forgot what I said. So, let's move on. This is kind of how it happens. Sometimes I will just like channel shit and then it's gone immediately after I say it. So, anyway, the Empress. Oh, God, this is interesting. Like I said, this is kind of like counterpart ish, but I'm not going to get into that yet. Because I'm going to pull more cards too. The Empress, this is also, okay, opposed to this energy of you being dominant, making decisions, being confident in your decisions, knowing who you are, trusting that you'll be able to make the right decisions in the right moment, and also trusting your subconscious, right? That's what this is about. This is about sitting back and relaxing and waiting for the right things to come to you. So this is like a dual energy. Like this is, on one end, this is a very active, proactive energy, and this is a more reactive energy, I guess. This is a more, you sit back and wait for the things to come to you, and then you react based off of that. Okay, so you have put your intentions out into the universe. You've put like whatever you want in this life. Like thinking about this around a specific manifestation, for example, you have put the intentions into the universe about what you want. You made it clear. You know exactly what you want. You know how you have to get there. And this card is about once you've done the work, now you get to sit back, relax, and roll the movie, because this shit's about to play out for you perfectly. Yeah. This is also like a creative energy as well. So this could be about, oh yeah, well, I mean, wands are very creative as well. Wands are about passion and creation. So this is very creative. This could be about a specific project, like a creative project that you're working on, or whether it's like your career, or just maybe a business that you're working on, or maybe you're an artist or a musician, something like that, okay? This is about something forming in those moments of rest and relaxation. You need rest and relaxation in order to be able to produce the creation. I mean, I'm gonna like relate this to my own life. Like right now, I am working super hard on finals. I'm doing a master's degree, and I have been working all week on a project, and I haven't been sleeping because I've been working on the project. And I went to the library today, and I couldn't get shit done because of how tired I was. And I realized that the only way I'm actually going to work on this is if I rest. And I can't rest. I haven't been able to rest because I've been stressed about the work that I have to do. So it's just like kind of whatever. It feeds into itself. But resting is very important in this creative process. So not only taking the action, fighting for what you want, fighting for who you are, making those strong decisions, being assured in those decisions, but it's also about taking a deep breath and resting and relaxing, sleeping, get in your nice cozy bed and sleep in tomorrow if it's a Saturday or Sunday. It is a Saturday tomorrow, so that's why I'm thinking that. But and I will be doing that. But so yeah, allow your manifestations to come to you. Okay, just sit pretty and wait. Sit pretty and wait. Okay, now I want to ask more about the King of Wands and the Empress. Let's figure out what's going on with that, because I sense a little bit of a love reading, but I don't want to do too much of that, but let's see. I honestly don't really know what to make of these cards. Oh, okay. So, okay, the first thing that came out was the Ace of Wands. Again, with the King of Wands, there's lots of Wands energy. So there is a passionate opportunity approaching for this King of Wands. Yeah, and the Sun card came out. This is very fun, like delighting in the joys of this earth. Like he looks like he's in the Garden of Eden, just a little baby. Whatever's coming for you in love is definitely gonna be fun. I mean, this might be you attracting a person into your life that brings out your inner child and like you just can giggle and have fun with. It's so cute. And also have fun in other ways because sorry if this isn't apparent enough, but okay. This is interesting though, and this is why I'm a little bit confused because the Hierophant came out. And the Hierophant is about tradition. It's about spirituality. It's about societal roles. It's about I mean, let me get another card because can okay, damn, there's so much. I think you have like a lot of pretendientes, a lot of like suitors, sorry. You have at least 2 suitors, okay? Maybe even 3, low key, because with this Empress, oh my god. Okay, look. The Empress. We got the Knight of Wands. We got the King of Wands. And then the Sun is also making me think of a person as well, but damn, this person could be a Leo. This person could be a fire sign. There is so much fire here with the wands. So this person could be a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. you could be any of those signs. You could also be a Taurus or a Libra with the Empress because this is Venusian energy. Oh yeah, and the Hierophant is also Taurus. Okay, so this is okay. You're definitely attracting a very sensual lover, because there's like a lot of Taurus energy here. Um, yeah, somebody that's going to be very direct. Because now I'm kind of looking at this from the perspective of you being the Empress. And I feel like you most definitely have a very passionate, I mean, the Knight and the King of Wands, a passionate lover, okay? And then with the Hierophant, I think this is telling me that they're going to come in correctly. They're going to be very respectful. Um, Definitely traditional. I mean, the Hierophant is like the most traditional card of the deck because it's like literally the Pope, you know. Sometimes it can talk about marriage, but you know, I'm not going to talk about that right now because I don't know if that's what this is saying. But there weren't any other marriage cards, so but yeah, so there's definitely a passionate, sensual opportunity and love coming towards you. Obviously, genders, it can be a man or a woman, or it can be non-binary, it can be anybody, you know what I mean? Um, but this card to me is telling me to stay open to being surprised in love, stay open to maybe spontaneous plans. Um, yeah, I think I'm getting like say yes, say yes. If there's somebody that okay, this is interesting. If there's somebody that maybe goes against what you're normally used to, or like what you traditionally go for. This is saying to give them an opportunity because I think you might be surprised. You might be surprised. And like I said, you might have like multiple suitors right now with the Empress because she is very attractive and very magnetic. So she definitely, you know, always has lots of people wanting to be in her energy, wanting to be around her. Um, but this is telling me to be open to surprises, and yeah, I do think that there's gonna be like with the Knight and the King of Wands. I'm thinking there might be some people who try to come in. There might be one person who tries to come in um, a little bit immature. I mean, that's kind of a harsh word, but like just the Knight compared to the King. The Knight just, he wants passion and he talks about passion and he talks about a future. But at the end of the day, he is a Knight. He can't provide the way that a king can, you know what I mean? And like I said, genders are not like relevant here. This can really be any kind of sexuality, however you want to do this. So any sexuality and gender. So there is definitely somebody, I would say somebody that is more serious with the Hierophant, that, yeah, wants to have fun with you. Let me get one more card to see if this is for real, for real. Is this for real, for real? Or is this just like fun? Because with the Hierophant, I am being led to believe this could be something serious. But you know, I get a little bit, like, what do you call it? Like, timid with love readings, especially collective ones. Because this isn't specifically a love reading, but like, I felt like it sort of was becoming one. So, like one to fall on the bed, please. The Six of Cups just kind of showed up. So, like, this is definitely giving, like, soulmate kind of vibes. Oh, the Page of Cups. Oh, that's cute. I think more than anything, this is telling me, okay, wow. Well, the Page of Cups is a crush. Okay, so this person definitely has a big old crush on you. um, you might have a crush on them, but you may be like a little bit weary because of, you know, you're not sure if they're a knight or a king. You're not sure if they're like up to the standard that you want. Yeah. Especially because this card is again giving me that defensive energy. Like you may be kind of on the defense in love as well. And that was actually one of the messages I got in the beginning, was that it could be to do with relationships, not just romantic, but you know, you might be defensive in relationships in general, feeling right like that right now. So the Page of Cups is again giving me yes energy, like be open to following, you know, if you have feelings for somebody and they clearly have feelings for you as well, like be open to following that and not just self-sabotaging with this kind of vibe. Say yes. Say yes. Is this actually serious? Is this for real? For real? The Four of Cups. Oh my goodness. Okay. The Four of Cups and the Five of Cups. Damn. This is like a progression. So this person definitely has a lot of deep feelings for you. Because at first it was all fire, and now all of a sudden we got all these cups. This is all water. So this is Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. I do think the feelings are real. And I do think this is telling me that it could be divinely guided. So that means that, like, this could be, like, something that, like, it's kind of giving me karmic vibes. Like, you are meant to meet this person so that they can teach you some kind of a lesson. Man, that's the last thing everybody wants to hear, am I right? I am sick of learning lessons, bro. I thought I fucking learned them all. I thought I learned it all. But this is telling me that there still is a little bit that needs to be processed. Yeah, there's definitely on both ends, I think. But definitely on their end. They are processing things from the past, I think. But this card, they're processing things from the past. Okay, this could also be like a lack of self-worth. Okay, so due to things in their past, and this could be also talking about you, by the way, so take this however, you know, it feels right. But so you or this person or both of you, in the case that you're mirroring each other, because that can happen as well. Yes, so things in your past that hurt you ended up damaging your self-worth in some kind of way. So maybe this was like when you were a kid, or it could be like, I'm getting this more of like a recent relationship, or like a more recent relationship, that things that happened with either their previous partner affected how they now view themselves. So that doesn't mean that they're like, you know, still not over their ex or whatever, because I'm sure if you asked them, they would say that they're over their ex. But there's like something that like they didn't get over, but not that they're like not over the relationship, but like something still trips them up, and whatever they think about it, it like makes them feel like shit. It makes them like remember like, oh my god, like I'm such a terrible person, or like it just makes them feel like shit basically. And maybe like they're not, I don't think that they don't think they're open to love, but it like is causing them to be a little bit not as open. Because with this card, okay, and also it just kind of like turned upside down, so I don't know if I should read it upside down or not. Okay, well, another message is coming through with it being upside down is again say yes. Do not pass up this opportunity. Like, this is a really beautiful, like, opportunity. And I think you may also have, like, everything I just said about this card, about having something in your past that affects your self-worth, or that person having that. I think it also could reflect you in relationships and how you tend to maybe pass up opportunities. You might pass up a lot of really good opportunities because of your self-worth, or because, well, I'm also getting the message that you have really high standards, and because of that you turn down a lot of people. But I'm also getting that this could be a form of not self-sabotaging, but like kind of self-isolation. This could be like some kind of coping mechanism that you do, where you self-isolate because you feel better, because you're not like dealing with the pain that comes with connecting with another person, right? I mean, not everybody thinks about it that way, but sometimes it's true that when you connect with another person, you're literally giving yourself up to them and giving them the opportunity to hurt you. And maybe this high standards that you have, like extremely high standards, that you tell yourself, no, like, it's hard for me to fall in love, like, I never met the right person, met the right guy, never met the right girl. In reality, it's like a self-protection mechanism that is keeping you from connecting with the people that are meant to come into your life. And I'm telling you, with this Hierophant card, this is gonna happen. Like, I feel like this is gonna happen, like, COC. Like, it's gonna happen, yes or yes. Like, it's kind of fated in some kind of way, or at least, like, divinely guided, however you want to see that, Yeah, so I do think this is a pretty solid relationship or opportunity if you choose to take it, because, like I said, free will exists. You can decide to fuck off and go be alone, or continue sitting pretty. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with being alone. But there might be something to opening yourself up and maybe allowing somebody else to take a look at those wounds that you have, and those things that you tell yourself that make you feel unworthy, and that make you feel like you're not worth being loved, or you're not worth loving other people. And maybe this new person will show you, like, that in fact you are. Obviously, that's something that you need to tell yourself as well. Like, you can't just rely on the validation of others, but maybe opening yourself up to a relationship would allow a different perspective on those wounds that you have and on yourself. And maybe even just hearing another person say, like, hey, I'm proud of you, like, or hey, like, you're an amazing person, like, you're the best person I know. Maybe even just hearing that, like, from someone that you love, or from someone that you admire, because I do think you will really, really admire this person. It could be somebody that you already know that you really admire, that you look up to. Hearing that from somebody that you love and that you care about, and that you care about their opinion, might really help change your own opinion of yourself, or at least just remind yourself of who you are and your worthiness. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I'm getting that with this card, it's kind of getting boring being alone. It's kind of getting boring. It's kind of like, I feel like you might be bored of your love life right now. You're like, every person that comes and talks to me, it's like, yeah, I can tell from the get-go that this is not this is not for me. And you may have even tried to convince yourself in the past, like, yes, this person is for me. Like, look at all the work that they're putting in. Like, look what they're doing for me. But at the end of the day, if it's not, like, meant for you, it's just not going to work out. And so you may be feeling like really bored of that. You may be feeling bored of like constantly having to get to know new people. Oh my god, like dating apps are literally like my hellscape. Literally, it's my hellscape. Um, like I was thinking about this the other day, how like when I was in a long-term relationship, like 2 years ago now, I was testing the waters on dating apps afterwards for like, it's like a couple months afterwards. I remember feeling like that shit was so impersonal. How the fuck am I gonna know if I like someone from their ugly ass photos on fucking Tinder or whatever? You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, but half the time those photos are like not even, they're like catfishes or like not even accurate. So, like, yeah, you might just be bored. You might just be bored of this constant cycle of roster of people. Okay, I'm saying roster because the Empress, she's always got a roster. She's always got lots of suitors and pretendientes. Um, but yeah, you might be bored of this shit. And I think still nursing some wounds as well from your past. And I'm telling you that this person who's coming in is gonna shine a big old bright shining sun on that and help you heal those wounds. It's like how they say that like the sun and the beach and the salt like cleans your skin and your wounds and all that shit. That's what this is gonna be. So it might be like a little bit, ooh, like yeah, you might be a little on the defense at first, but this is telling you to follow your guts again, follow your instincts, especially if you're feeling attraction towards somebody. Like this is really powerful attraction. This is like the attraction card. Well, one of them at least. Follow that and like kind of be open to feeling joy in your love life again, feeling like a little crush for somebody. Like, you know what my favorite feeling in the world is? Like when you're in a relationship with someone and you have a crush on them while you're in the relationship. It's like, oh my god. Like, how is it possible that I get to spend time with this person every single day? I'm tearing up just thinking about it. You know what I mean? Like, how the fuck is that possible? That this amazing, beautiful, like, just cherishable human being that I love and adore is actually mine and right in front of me. Just like be open to feeling that kind of like attraction and that kind of desire, I guess. And just like following your little like intuitions about people. This is an intuitive card. And also trusting that I do think that this could be a long term. It could be a long term, but like I don't want to get too much into like predictions and stuff because like I said, I'm a little iffy about doing like love readings on here as of right now at least. Like full on predictions, but like this could be a long term thing with the Hierophant. Like I said, it sometimes can represent marriage or like long term commitments, contracts. That's why this card represents marriage, is because it's about contracts, spiritual contracts as well. Okay, so that was the message for that, is that there is definitely some kind of spiritual contract. And I think that really what they're coming here to do is not only like, spoil you and pamper you like the empress that you are, but also shine a light on those wounds that you have and help you to look at the things that you don't want to look at because you've turned your back on yourself. So yeah, you may have like at some point turned your own back on yourself. You may have betrayed yourself. And it has caused you to like possibly close yourself up to love. And this person is coming in to not only like widen open those doors, girl or guy or person. It's time to open the doors back up to love and allow somebody to see you in your fullest, and I think maybe before you may have allowed somebody to see you in your at your fullest, and that may have backfired. It may have, like I said, there may have been some kind of betrayal, self-betrayal. You may not have stood up for your boundaries. You may have been just really hurt in the past. um and this person is going to come in and help you nurse those wounds, and they're not going to do it themselves. Obviously, this is not some like savior complex type shit, but what they are going to do is be a guiding light for you, and some form of upgrade in consciousness. I don't know why that just came through, but this person might literally help you spiritually to upgrade your consciousness, which is interesting. Um, yeah, that's a beautiful reading. Oh my god. This was so cute. I'm so glad I decided to do this reading. Um, so that was what you need to hear. This was definitely it definitely became a love reading, because in the beginning I think I was just talking about like manifestations and stuff, but that turned into a full blown love reading. Like all of the cards were piecing into that, and that doesn't normally happen. Like all the cards in the beginning were like helping me understand this story. So that was really interesting. Anyway, my name is Sophie. I am a tarot reader. I do crystal ball readings as well. Hopefully, I can do a crystal ball reading soon on here. I'm a musician. Um, I I don't know. I like to vlog on here as well. So subscribe if you like all those things. You can find me on Instagram at Aphrodite's Lounge. It's spelled with a Z, so that's Aphrodite's with a Z Lounge. And if you are interested in a private reading, you can message me on Instagram. And it is $2 a minute. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I actually really love this reading, and it was very comforting. So thank you for watching, and I love you.